The rain poured like the sky was grieving, soaking the empty benches of Willow Park. Only one figure sat unmoving beneath a dying street lamp, clutching a tattered blanket around her shoulders. But the real story didn't begin with her. It began with a man, powerful, respected, feared, yet shattered far beyond what money could mend. Ethan Hale, a billionaire CEO and single dad, drove blindly through the city that night, not caring where the tires rolled or how dark the roads became. His life looked perfect to the world, luxury, success, power, but inside, he was drowning silently. His wife had died 2 years earlier due to a sudden illness, leaving him alone with his 6-year-old daughter, Lily, who barely spoke anymore. She only drew pictures of a family that no longer existed. Ethan tried therapy, doctors, gifts, vacations, nothing filled her silence. And tonight, when he found her crying alone in her room whispering, "Mommy forgot to say goodnight," something inside him snapped. He drove just to escape his thoughts, unaware he was about to meet the person who would rewrite everything. He parked near Willow Park, stepped out, and walked, letting the rain numb him. Then he saw her, the fragile woman curled near the bench. Her face was thin, tired, and cracked with pain, but her eyes held something ancient, knowing, and strangely peaceful. She seemed familiar, but he couldn't place her. He hesitated, then approached. "Do you need help?" he asked, voice low. She slowly lifted her head. "Everyone needs help, sir. Some just hide it better." Her voice was soft yet full of meaning. Something in her tone stopped him from walking away. He glanced around. "What are you doing here at this hour? Do you have somewhere to go?" She smiled faintly. "My home is where the wind lets me rest." A homeless, philosophical woman in the rain, that alone was startling. But what shocked Ethan was what she said next. "You're not here because you're lost in the city," she whispered. "You're here because you're lost in life." Ethan froze. His heart thundered. "How would you know anything about me?" She looked straight into his eyes, and for the first time in years, he felt like someone truly saw him. "You carry grief like it's a punishment," she murmured. "But love is not something that dies. It changes form, it travels, it teaches." He felt his throat tighten. "I lost my wife. My daughter is broken. I don't know how to fix what's left." The woman nodded. "Your daughter isn't broken. She's waiting for you to remember how to feel." Tears hid in his eyes, disguised by rain. She gently touched the bench. "Sit, speak. Tonight is not an accident." For reasons even he couldn't understand, Ethan sat, pouring out his story, his fear that his daughter was slipping into silent grief, his guilt for burying himself in work, his terror that he was failing as a father. She listened with eyes that didn't pity, only understood. When he finished, she whispered, "Would you like to know a secret? One that will change everything?" He nodded, breathless. She took a trembling breath. "I once had a daughter too." Silence. Heavy, heartbreaking silence. "She was my world," she continued, voice cracking. "But I lost her because I couldn't give her what she needed most, my presence. I chased work, money, perfection, believing success could protect her. But it only distanced her. And when tragedy struck, I could never say goodbye." Ethan stared in horror. "What happened?" "Car accident," she whispered, her eyes filling. "She died on her way to meet me. She was visiting because I had forgotten her birthday while at a business conference." Ethan's entire soul trembled. "The world thinks homelessness means failure," she continued, "but my real homelessness began when I lost my heart, my child. You still have yours. She still waits for you. Don't make the mistake that ruins a lifetime in one moment." The rain softened as if listening. Then she said the words that burned into his very spirit. "Your daughter doesn't need the world's richest father. She needs the world's warmest one." Ethan broke. His knees shook as tears finally escaped. He whispered, "What do I do?" She smiled gently, tears glistening. "Go home, not just with your body, but with your heart. Start with a story, a hug, and a real goodnight." Ethan stood, trembling. "Let me help you, please. You can stay somewhere safe. I have resources." But she shook her head with peace in her eyes. "I already accomplished what I was meant to tonight." Then she reached for his hand with a tender squeeze. "Save her, and you save you." Ethan hurried back to his car, wanting to return and insist, but when he turned back, she was gone. Not walked away, gone, as if the rain itself took her. He rushed home, opened Lily's door, knelt beside her bed, and whispered for the first time without breaking, "I'm here, sweetheart. Daddy is really here." Her eyes opened slowly, filled with unheard sadness. He hugged her tightly, tears soaking her hair. "I miss Mommy too, but I will never let you feel alone again." For the first time in 2 years, Lily whispered, "Daddy, can you sleep here with me?" Something healed that night, slowly, like dawn after endless rain. Weeks passed, and Ethan changed everything. He cut his work hours, turned a room in his mansion into an art studio for Lily, started cooking breakfasts, walked her to school, told nightly stories. And she slowly began to bloom again. But Ethan never stopped returning to Willow Park, searching for the woman, even hiring people to locate her. No one ever found her. No shelter, no hospital, no records. It was as if she lived only for that moment. Sometimes, when sitting in Lily's art studio, he wondered if the woman was an angel, a reflection of his future self, or simply a broken soul sent to save another. But he never forgot her final words, etched forever inside him. The greatest success is not earning wealth, but giving love before time steals the chance. And from that night forward, he was no longer just a wealthy, powerful CEO. He became something far rarer. A present, loving, healing single dad.